Howdy folks, and welcome back to my channel, Gaming with Distractions. My name is Curtis, otherwise known as C-Money, and welcome to Chef Life, a restaurant simulator. Roger from Roger Plays Games was playing this the other day, and I immediately fell in love with it. And I I wanted to pick it up right away, because one, it was on super sale, and two, I knew Mrs. C-Money would also enjoy this game, so we've been playing it for a few days, and I wanted to bring it to the channel, so let's go. So first off, we have our options here. So you got sensitivity, you got your inverts, grading details, vibrations, hold buttons. It's part of the little mini games when you're cooking and stuff. So I'll let you read those real quick. And you got your controls. Not gonna go through everything here. It's your audio. I got I'll turn the game music down for recording here. And then we got language, and yeah, so let's get a new game going. Oh, that was a long intro. So kind of have an idea already with the character. Not a super amount of options, but you know, enough to customize it for yourself. So I'm just trying to do this quick here. We got 3 different clothing options. 4, sorry. And you unlock more as the game progresses, so you're not limited to these items. Leave the pants as is, and you got a couple of apron options. You can put on a hat if you would like. Got some arm tattoos, which I'm skipping. These are the logo for your shirt, so you can see I like it because it looks like 101. And this is Mario. So we are going to play the tutorial, just so that you can see how everything works. So Mario is my papa's name. He was a chef, and probably best cook I've ever met in my life. And so I kind of wanted to make a bit of a tribute. So this is Kasim. Look at you. Your new uniform fits perfectly. It's as if it were made for you. As for the kitchen, I installed all the workstations. Everything is up and running, which means it's time to get back to cooking. We only have 3 days until the grand opening. Oh, and I left you a little gift to help you back up and running. Hope you like it. So this is the kitchen. I haven't played far enough to know if this is of any use. It looks just like a cleaning up area. This is where our food goes. And yes, he has set up the stations for us. These are all the different stations. But we can move things around later, just not during the tutorial. So this is the recipe book, where he wants us to go first. So all the recipes you have learned are shown here along with the steps to make them. Select beef and potatoes to open the page for the particular recipe. This page shows all the ingredients needed as well as the workstations required to complete the recipe. That's important because I prematurely unlocked pizzas in my other playthrough, and I couldn't make them because I need to be level 8 to get the blender station. So the recipe is divided into steps. Follow them in the correct order to learn how to cook the dish. So let's see here. It wants us to chop potatoes. And then we take the potatoes in the deep fryer. We cut up some shallots, cut up some steak, cook the steak and shallots, and then you combine them. Now it says you can pin a recipe to get helpful reminders when working in the kitchen. So you just hit L3 to pin it, and when you back out, it'll be on the upper right-hand side. Do you remember that recipe? It was the one we first learned in culinary school. I thought it'd be the perfect dish to open our new kitchen. I stocked the shelves with all the ingredients we need, so you can get started right away. So, top right, you'll see we have the recipe pinned, and it starts off by showing us the ingredients and then the steps. So, cutting up the fries and the shallots. Then you make the fries, you cut the meat, you cook the meat with the shallots, and then you put everything together. So that's what we're going to do. All the recipes you have pinned from the recipe book are shown at the top right of your screen. Start by looking at the list of ingredients to take them from your shelves. This is the first step of any recipe. So I guess I kind of just covered that. So we're going to take the shallots and potatoes. Because we have the recipe highlighted, they're also going to show up in green. So it makes it easy for us to know what we're doing. Now, we want us to take the side of beef. Now, with the meat, it's a little bit different because you have to put them on you take the whole thing, put it on the workstation. You're at a workstation. These stations are where you perform all the different steps for your recipes. This is the wooden chopping block. You can use it to prepare larger and heavier ingredients. With the top bar, you can choose how to prep. For now, you only know one way to prepare the ingredient. When you're ready, start cutting. So you hit square to start cutting, and then you just follow the little prompt and just hold down the left analog stick and take it. Simple as that. Now we're going to go over to the chopping board. Now we have to put down the ingredients that we're going to be chopping. Then square to start. And then just follow the prompts. So you're going to hit down on the left analog stick. And then we're going to
just pick up
take those items.
With anything.
Thank you, Kasim. He's busy sweeping. All right, take frying pan from the cookware. So here's the cookware station. And right now, it only has the frying pan. There's 5 of them. So I'm going to take the frying pan and we put it on the oven, the cooking range. So, cooking range. When you're at a workstation, you can access all the recipes you have unlocked. For now, you can only prepare a cooked steak. Getting ingredients ready. To start cooking, make sure to put all the ingredients you need for the recipe in your inventory. Place the ingredients down one by one or use place all to put them down at once. Once all the ingredients are ready, you can start. So I can manually place the shallots and the beef steak, or I can hold X and they both just go down. We can hit square to start cooking. So you'll see there's 3 steps. So this is kind of like the pre-cooking, preheating first step. While cooking on the range, various actions can be performed depending on the recipe. With heat strength, you can slow down or speed up the cooking, so you can adjust it to suit your needs. Use turn on to stop the current cooking. Be careful, food left too long on a turned off range will be ruined. So yeah, R3 on the bottom right there, you'll see it affects the power. And then just above that is the heat strength, where you can speed it up, slow it down. This is your average. Now, it's important to check the recipes, because speeding something up or slowing it down can ruin it. So now that it wants us to use the flip to flip the food, you can check the level of doneness on each side of the food here. So you'll see I'm hitting R2 to flip, following the little left analog circle thing. And you can see on the right, the picture where the flip is, that the top is cooked and the bottom is rare. We're just going to speed this up now. Now there's going to be an extra stage later on for this, but we'll get to it when it becomes available. So now we're going to go here to the fry station, and we're going to turn it on. The fry station, the oil needs to be heated up before you can apply the French fries. Oops. Okay, so the oil is hot now by that red bar on the bottom right. Just going to cook up our fries. And now we grab our fries, and we're going to go to the plating station. Put the items down that we are plating, and we're going to start. And voila! This is dish grades. This is the technique execution grade. It represents how well the dish was executed. Follow each step of a recipe exactly to achieve the best possible grade. For example, flip the meat so that it's cooked on both sides to improve your technical execution grade. This grade represents the quality of ingredients used, rated from 1 to 4 stars. Produce quality depends on the supplier it was bought from. And we'll get more into buying the food later. Okay, now we're going to talk to Kasim again. It seems you're already getting the hang of working in a kitchen again. But I think the recipe is missing a little something. I added some notes to the recipe book. Take a look. So now, when we look at the recipe book, grading criteria. The recipe book has been updated. You can now find cooking tips. Grading criteria. There are several criteria that affect your grade. Respecting cooking times and adding ingredients at the right cooking phase, adding the correct spices, performing chef actions such as flip the meat. Improving your cooking skills. Follow the cooking tips to get better technique execution grade. The higher the grade, the better your dishes are. So now if we look here, there's cooking details. So we start the meat at the start time, but we add the shallots in the first phase. And there's also spices added now, so we can add salt and pepper to the steak. And then you get a bonus if it's perfectly seasoned. All right, cook a perfect steak with shallots. So cooking on the range is divided into cooking phases. Start, first, second. Every ingredient cooks at its own pace. The recipe shows that which phase each ingredient should be added to be cooked perfectly. All ingredients shown at the S or the start phase are required to start cooking. The remaining ingredients should be added during the respective cooking phases to achieve a better technical execution grade. You can enable the recipe reminders options preferences to have these indicators visible while using the range, available at the end of the tutorial. And we'll see that once the tutorial is done. So we'll get the steak on and get that started, and they just speed up the heat here, the cooking. And this is the phase where we add the shallots. And here we're gonna do a quick flip. And seasoning. It's time to add spices to your dish. Open your spice inventory with season. The spices you have used so far are shown here. Each dose added contributes to seasoning the dish. Start by adding a pinch of each spice indicated in the recipe. This will guarantee the dish will taste nice. So we're just going to hit triangle for seasoning, and we're going to add a pinch of pepper and a pinch of salt. Once the dish has been seasoned, you can use your chef sense to find the right balance of flavors. Follow the directions to season the dish properly. If there's only a little bit of spice missing, add a single dose. Be careful, a dose of seasoning added to a meal can't be removed. Adjust the seasoning until you hit the perfect balance. Finding the perfect balance takes time, but will be appreciated by your customers. So we're going to hit triangle. You'll see our phase 2 has slowed down now. So that said, we're missing a lot of pepper. So we're going to go to pepper. We'll add a couple and then check our senses. And it's perfect. Now this is new. This is how well the food is cooked, or how well the steak is cooked. And if you see at the bottom there, they wanted it rare, so we cooked it to their requirement. And yeah, now we need to make the fries. And we already have the deep fryer on, so we can just toss the potatoes in. Now we could have done this at any point, and there's sometimes you can do some other activities while certain things are cooking. You just got to be mindful not to burn anything or ruin the dish. So add the fries. And the meal is ready. And you'll see we got an A+. The food you cook should be arranged on the plate in an appetizing way. Customize the dish to your liking. You can change the look of your plating from this screen. So we're going to hold triangle to redo the plating. Now this is the plating editor. This is where you can customize the appearance of your dishes. Plating is done in series of steps. To confirm a step, use next step and go to the next step. Sounds obvious. First, start by choosing a plate. You can also place mini dishes which add extra volume to the plating and can hold sauces. Then place the dish components to create your plating. A minimum quantity of each component is required before you can proceed to the next step. The final step is to add decorative touches and add your creativity to the dish. So I like the black plates. So does Mr. C Money. So we're going to do that and hit square. Now, if we decide we changed our mind, we can hit triangle to go back to the previous step. So now you can also select different bowls or different items on what you're on by hitting the right on the D-pad. I think we'll go with the white one, and then you can place it. If it's out of bounds, it'll be apparent. That there. We could have used different bowls and stuff. I like these better. Ooh, that's pretty. Can rotate it. There we go. So we're going to go to the next step. So here's our meats. You can see how it has different ways of different visuals. And you'll see on the right hand side there's a bar. So if I use this, we have to place several of them because you have to hit at least the minimum. But this one's my favorite by far. Now this is the gravy. So because we have the bowl, I'm just going to put it in there. You can also have these where they're more decorative. Now here we can add some extra shallots. And then we can add our potatoes. Now, may be limited just due to the size of this. I like this one, the basket. Yeah, looks like we're doing individual French fries. Oh, what's this? I never saw this one before. That, and then add some individual ones. Yeah, like that. Okay, so we have all the minimum requirements there. We go to the next step, and these are just fancy dressing ups. Put that there. Trying to find the circle cursor. There it is. Do a couple of these. Just to pretty it up a bit. And then we can save it. You can hit R3 to take a picture of it. Zoom in. There we go. We have our first custom plating. And then we'll hit square to use it, and then back out. You're done with the dish. It smells amazing. You obviously haven't lost your cooking skills. What do you think? Are you happy with it, or would you rather keep working on the recipe? So you have the option here, keep working on it, but I'm happy with the dish, so we'll select that option. Great, I must say, it's fantastic to see you working in the kitchen again. It's getting late though, we should go home. You have a big day tomorrow. So for this series, my goal is to have an episode per day. So seeing as we've completed day 1, we're going to call it an episode here, and we will pick up for day 2 in the next episode. So hope you'll stick around and come along for the ride, and we will see you in the next episode. Toodaloo.